Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, tonight, Joe Biden is going to walk into Congress and he is going to deliver a State of the Union address. And as I pointed out yesterday, anybody living in America today has to recognize that the state of our union is probably at one of the lowest points ever outside of the Civil War. You know, it is incredible when you consider what Joe Biden inherited and where we are today. And every bit of it was created by Joe Biden's political Munchausen aligned with his political gangsters. Joe Biden has created a nightmare in this country of intentionally allowing the overflow of our country of illegal immigrants and cartel drug gangsters. Joe Biden is, in fact, the leader of his own drug cartel by virtue of what he's doing. You have crime in our major Democratic-controlled cities skyrocketing through the roof. You got double-digit inflation across the board, everything. We have energy dependence now on our enemies when we had energy independence. We have division like never before. I mean, it's like that joke that goes around on social media. What Barack Obama did and Joe Biden says, "Here, hold my beer." The state of our union, the wokeness, the cancel, the control, all from the American Communist 10. Put that up there, Sabrina. I want to remind everybody, the American Communist 10, what they have wrought upon our country with this president, State of the Union. And there's no longer Build Back Better. It's now Made in America. Sounds a lot like America First to me. You know, the lack of judgment, the lack of vision, the evil intent, the shenanigans, the political gangsterism that the American Communist 10 and this president have laid upon our country, it's beyond treasonous. And they do it all because together, collectively, the American Communist 10 control the country. We are the last folks standing to fight back. We're it, collectively. Bill Barr's written a book. He trashes Trump. Shocking. You know, Bill Barr is a long list. Chris Wray's another one. Bill Barr is another example of a long list of appointments that President Trump appointed at the behest and the request of the establishment Republicans led by McConnell and company. And every single one of them blew up in his face. Can you imagine? Well, first off, there'd be a Trump president right now. But can you imagine if Rudy Giuliani would have been appointed the Attorney General? It's the only job he wanted. Can you imagine if Giuliani was Attorney General and not Barr and the rest of them, not Jeff Sessions? Just think. You know, Barr is another Bushy. That's simple. Chris Wray, a Bushy. When Trump wins the presidency again, I don't expect him to make these mistakes again. Zelensky's approval rating is at 91%. You know, you may not die wealthy when you show courage, but you'll die with honor. And like Achilles says, they will remember your name. We will remember Zelensky's name. The world will remember Zelensky's name, regardless of outcome. Joe Biden, yeah, we'll remember his name for a totally different reason. You know, think of the weapons left in Afghanistan. Left in Afghanistan. Could have been put to pretty good use in Ukraine. Look at the weapons we're mothballing. Our government is so broken and screwed up. The one guy that was trying to fix it was Trump and these Republican governors around the country. I wrote an article called Our Duty today. I'm very proud of it. It's short, and I'm distributing it. And I want you to read it. We all must stand at the wall of liberty and defend it. Every single one of us. By the way, I'd love you to go back and see my Ukraine #1 on Friday. What did I say? Put tanks, NATO tanks, no-fly zone. What's Zelensky asking? Zelensky is saying no fly. He wants a no-fly zone. Psaki saying no, that would mean that they'd be shooting down Russian planes. No, not if they tell them not to. And by the way, this will shock you. I've reached a totally different place the way I see what's going on in this world with China and Russia. And I mean it. My response to Psaki would be, when she says, well, that would mean a United States shooting down a Russian plane, I would say, and your point is? We should have defended Ukraine. We should have defended Ukraine. Now we're trying to defend Ukraine after the fact. AOC and Bernie are blaming the United States, not the way you and I would blame the United States out of weakness. They're blaming the whole NATO alliance for it all. These people have millions of followers in this country. Let that sink in. Target's increased their rates $24 an hour. Good for their workers, bad for inflation. I've already commented about the Biden's presidency. I want to move on to 3 local issues. Number 1, the Brent Spence bridge. This announcement by DeWine and Beshear is a bunch of political joke. Why? It's a commitment they claim to request the money from that fund. Hello, why didn't it happen 10 years ago? You had John Boehner speaker, McConnell Senate Majority Leader, Obama used the bridge to prop nothing. I'll believe it when I see it. This is, Mike DeWine is running for governor, Beshear's running for re-election, and they're on act like that they're funding the bridge. No, they announced that they're going to request the funds for the bridge. Well, why haven't you done that from day freaking 1? Mike Gibbons was at the farm last night. Bulldog media covered it. American Don interviewed him. Check it out. Mike Gibbons. I've endorsed Mike Gibbons. If you're a Republican that lives in Southwest Ohio and you're a member of Bulldog Nation wherever you live in Ohio, please vote for Mike Gibbons. He's going to win. Jane Temkins, J.D. Vance, no chance. No chance. Butler County endorsed Renacci. Good for him. I've already endorsed Renacci for governor. By the way, that's a big deal. These county Republican Party going against that state Republican Party, which is all a bunch of DeWiners. By the way, do you know that behind their back, Joe Deters, Willie, and all them, they call the DeWines DeWiners? DeWeenie and DeWiener, that's what they call them. I find that funny. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.